Love shared between twin flames is unlike any other. It's not merely romantic or emotional, it's spiritual, eternal, and deeply transformative. But that doesn't mean it always plays out in obvious or simple ways. In fact, one of the most confusing parts of the twin flame journey is when one of the twins appears to deny their feelings, pull away, or even act like they don't care. It can feel like your soul has recognized its divine counterpart, but in return, you're met with distance, silence, or even denial. This kind of behavior often causes deep pain and confusion. The mind struggles to understand it, especially when the heart knows something much deeper is going on. And yet, what many don't realize is that even when a twin flame denies their love, it doesn't mean that love isn't real or present. Twin flame love is too vast and sacred to be destroyed by fear or denial. It may be buried under layers of unhealed wounds or fears, but it still lives and breathes underneath it all. In today's video, we're going to reveal 7 subtle yet powerful signs that your twin flame truly loves you, even if they act like they don't. These signs are not always easy to notice on the surface, but once you understand how the twin flame dynamic works, they become clear. Each of these signs is like a soul whisper, reminding you that love is still there, even if it hides in the shadows. Number 1. Their energy still reaches you constantly. One of the clearest signs that your twin flame loves you, no matter what they say or do, is that you feel them. Often, maybe even constantly. Long after they've walked away, blocked you, or insisted they don't feel the same, their energy still lingers in your life like a quiet, magnetic presence. You might feel their emotions unexpectedly, sense them thinking about you, or even hear their voice in your mind during moments of stillness. This connection doesn't fade with time or distance. It doesn't break when words are spoken or denied. That's because the bond between twin flames is not physical first, it's energetic. And energy can't lie. A twin flame who loves you will keep sending that vibration, even if their human self is confused, afraid, or in denial. They may not know how to say it. They may be afraid of the consequences of acknowledging it. But their soul is still intertwined with yours. And it's through that soul link that the love continues to pour through. Pay attention to those moments when their energy wraps around you like a blanket or flows through your body during meditation, dreams, or even random quiet moments. That's not imagination. That's love, speaking in the language of the soul. You don't need to force this connection. Simply sit with it, acknowledge it. Let it remind you that what's real can't be hidden for long, even when the mind tries to suppress it. Number 2, they mirror your emotions in unexpected ways. Twin flames are mirrors. That means whatever you feel, they feel too, often in their own way, at their own pace, but still deeply and intensely. Even when they deny loving you, their reactions to your emotional state can reveal what they truly feel inside. You might notice that when you feel sadness, they become distant. When you're happy, they suddenly resurface. When you pull back your energy, they feel the absence and show up unexpectedly, even if just energetically. What's happening here is a subtle exchange through the mirror of the soul. The love they deny in words often comes out in their emotional responses. They may not be able to say they love you, but they might become overwhelmed when you're hurting or strangely anxious when you shift your energy away from them. These emotional reactions are signs of a deeper truth trying to break through. This mirror effect also means that your growth and healing affect them, even if they're nowhere to be found. When you let go of attachment and focus on your own inner peace, you might notice that they start feeling your shift and respond to it. Sometimes they react by running further, because the intensity is too much. Other times they begin to shift too, as if the change you made gave them permission to do the same. So if you're wondering whether they still love you, watch the way your emotions and energy seem to ripple into their behavior. It may not be logical or linear, but it's real. Love reveals itself in these mirrored moments, even if it's unspoken. Number 3, they keep trying to stay connected in subtle ways. Even if they've walked away physically, twin flames often try to maintain some form of connection, however small or strange it might appear. It could be through watching your social media from afar, sending random messages after months of silence, or even asking mutual friends about you. They might not say what's truly on their heart, but there's a quiet desire to know you're still there. They may create false reasons to reach out, asking about something trivial, pretending it's not personal. But under the surface, it's their heart testing the waters. They want to feel you close without having to admit the truth they're scared to face. Sometimes they show up just to make sure you haven't completely let go. It's not always healthy, and often it stems from their own inner conflict, but it still speaks to a truth. They care. Pay attention to the way they linger, not in a way that invades your space or controls your life, but in a way that reflects their silent longing. Love doesn't always come with clear declarations. Sometimes it peeks through in half-finished messages, unspoken words, and nervous actions. Even in denial, they often don't want to completely lose the thread that connects them to you. This doesn't mean you have to wait for them. It simply means their love is still alive somewhere within them, struggling to find its way out. The soul remembers, even if the mind resists. Number 4, you see them in dreams and they're emotionally honest. The dream world is where truth often breaks free from the limits of the physical world. If your twin flame denies loving you in waking life, but shows up in your dreams with tenderness, vulnerability, or deep emotional connection, take note. Dreams are the soul's language, and they often reveal what the ego hides. In dreams, twin flames often embrace, speak openly, or share feelings that they can't seem to face in reality. You might see them cry, apologize, or confess things they never could say while awake. These dreams are not random. They are spiritual meetings where the higher selves communicate freely. Many who experience these dreams wake up with a strange sense of calm or clarity. Even if the content is intense, the emotional truth within them lingers. It's not about clinging to the dreams or interpreting every symbol, but rather recognizing them as glimpses of what the soul knows to be true. When your twin flame appears in your dreams consistently, especially in emotional or loving ways, it's often a sign that their soul still longs for union, even if their outer self is in hiding. The dreams may be rare or frequent, subtle or vivid, but they are messages from the deeper realm. Allow the dream space to be what it is, a window into their heart, free from the limits of fear and denial. And when you wake, hold the feeling gently, knowing that even when love is hidden in waking life, it is still being expressed somewhere within the soul's truth. Number 5, they're triggered by your absence or silence. Love, especially in the twin flame connection, isn't always sweet and gentle. Sometimes it hurts, not because it's cruel, but because it touches every part of the soul, even the parts we've buried or rejected. When your twin flame denies their love, they might also act unaffected by your silence. But beneath the surface, many are deeply triggered when you step back. You might notice that as you pull your energy inward, focus on yourself, and detach from chasing the connection, they suddenly act strangely. They might lash out, go quiet, or reappear only to leave again. These are all signs of inner chaos. They're feeling your absence, even if they don't understand why. That space you've created brings their own feelings to the surface, the ones they've tried to ignore. It's not about punishing them with silence or withdrawing to manipulate. It's about recognizing that when you honor your worth and step into your own light, their soul feels the shift. And if they truly love you, which most twin flames do, even in denial, that shift stirs something in them. When someone doesn't love, they're unaffected by your silence. But when someone does, even secretly, your absence becomes a mirror they can't avoid. That pain, confusion, or sudden attention from them is not just random. It's the soul reacting to love's presence being missed. So if they seem triggered when you let go, know this: their denial doesn't equal indifference. It often hides a love so deep it terrifies them. Number 6, they try to improve themselves after disconnecting. Another powerful yet often overlooked sign of love, especially in twin flame dynamics, is when your twin quietly begins to grow after parting ways. They might take up healing practices, begin working on their mental health, start spiritual exploration, or strive to become a better version of themselves. They may never admit that you inspired this growth. They might even act like it has nothing to do with you. But on a soul level, your presence ignited something within them. The connection with you became a mirror too bright to ignore. Even if they deny loving you, Their actions towards self-betterment are often rooted in that very love. Growth doesn't always come with a declaration of love. Sometimes it shows up as late-night journaling, therapy sessions, silent prayers, or determined self-reflection. If your twin begins changing after the connection cools, that's not random. That's love working behind the scenes, transforming, awakening, evolving. You didn't need to push them. Just your energy, your love, your truth stirred their soul. Love always transforms. And even if they walked away from you, they couldn't walk away from what you stirred inside them. That desire to become more, to understand themselves more deeply, is often a sign that love is still alive, even if unspoken. So if you see them growing, healing, or becoming more spiritually awake after disconnecting, don't be surprised. They might be denying the connection on the surface, but their soul is moving in the direction of that love, step by step. Number 7, their denial comes with emotional conflict. Lastly, one of the strongest signs that your twin flame loves you, despite denial, is the emotional conflict they carry around the connection. Denial is rarely calm. When someone truly doesn't feel anything, they're indifferent. They're clear, consistent, and emotionally steady. But when someone is denying something they deeply feel, they become conflicted, reactive, and confused. You might notice them being hot and cold. One moment they pull you close, the next they push you away. They might be overly defensive, distant, or try to convince you and themselves that there's nothing there. But the more they fight it, the more it reveals their inner battle. Love denied doesn't disappear. It builds pressure. It causes restlessness, irritability, and even emotional outbursts. If they didn't love you, they wouldn't feel the need to run, deny, or defend. They'd simply walk away peacefully. But twin flames rarely part peacefully because the connection is too deep to be erased. So when their words say one thing but their energy says another, trust the energy. Denial often masks love too powerful to be processed. They may not be ready to face it yet, but it's there. You can feel it in the way their words don't match their eyes, in the way they act out or avoid you entirely, not because they don't care, but because they care too much. Their conflict is not a rejection of you. It's a reflection of their own fear. And deep within that fear lies a love they've yet to accept fully. As you move forward on your twin flame journey, one of the most important things to remember is that your path is sacred, even when it doesn't make sense. The connection between twin flames is not something the mind can easily explain. It's something the heart feels, the soul remembers, and the spirit grows through. Sometimes that growth comes in stillness. Other times it comes through pain, silence, or uncertainty. When your twin flame denies their love, it's easy to question everything. Your intuition, your worth, your experience. But don't. You were not mistaken in feeling something powerful. You were not foolish for believing in something bigger than words. This love chose you both for a reason. It showed up in your life to awaken you, to guide you inward, and to help you become who you were always meant to be. You don't need to chase clarity from your twin. Their soul already knows. The confusion often comes from fear, not from a lack of love. And even if they can't meet you where you are right now, that doesn't make your love less real or your journey less meaningful. You're not here to prove anything. You're here to grow, to heal, and to keep your heart open, even in the face of silence. Let this chapter of your journey be one where you turn back to yourself. Reclaim the parts of you that longed for validation and remind them they are already whole. Tend to the love within you as gently as you would a flame in the dark. Speak to your soul like it's listening, because it is. You are never abandoned by love. Sometimes it just takes a different shape while the rest of the story unfolds. As you walk this path, trust that every step has purpose, even the quiet ones, even the lonely ones. Life is still guiding you, love is still holding you, and your twin flame connection is still alive, whether or not it's understood right now. Let yourself feel what's real. Let yourself rest in what you know deep down. And above all, give yourself the kind of love you've always wanted to give them. Because when you love yourself this deeply, you create the space for all things to return in their right time, in their right form. This isn't the end of the story. It's just one breath, one pause, in a much bigger journey. Keep going, keep shining, and know that what is truly yours can never be lost, only transformed. You are love, even when love feels far away. and that truth will carry you home.